Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I am going to be doing some recycling. So I have got lots of these sort of like envelopes from Amazon, and I need to sort of like do something with them. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be making like a ephemera folder, or it's going to be an ephemera sort of like ring binder, because I've got some sort of like ring binder clips here, which I am going to use. So what I have done, I've got my envelopes and I've cut the little flappy bit off here, and I've cut, oopsie daisy, I have cut the sort of like the top and the bottom off, just so it opens up like that. So it's nice and neat. So you've got like a little folder. Super simple. If you don't have Amazon packaging, you could use like a cereal box or something like that. Any boxes like that will do. So really simple. So all we're going to be using is obviously packaging. I have got my glue stick, I have got my glue. I'm going to be using some tracing paper or vellum. If you haven't got anything like this, you can use scrap paper, you can use digital papers or book paper, anything like that. And I've also got some little ring binders, little clips like this that we're going to attach them to. So I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to put 3 or 2 on there. Now this is quite big. Let me just measure it. Let's just see. So that is roughly just over 30 centimeters, or just over 12 inches. And then we are 8 3/4 inches or 22 centimeters. So it's quite big. I wanted to do a bigger one, to put you know, bits of ephemera in. Now I'm going to show you this one, which I have already done. It is so easy and so basic. I'm not actually adding anything to this. I just want to, do you know what I mean? I could pop, or you could, if you wanted to do, if that makes sense, collage this. You could pop digital papers on it, anything like that, but I wanted it just plain, because then this is what my idea. We can, this is nothing new, we've got loads of these in different sizes, so just pop them in there and then I can see, and then it's not distracted by anything behind it, which I love. And I've done different sizes, so we've got this size, and then I've already done a few ready, so I'm just going to show you how to do one, and then I've done sort of like smaller ones. So if you've got like little smaller bits of ephemera, all of these little bits will go in as well. That's what I mean. So you can stick them. I just need to I'm going to try and sort of like rearrange my room just a little bit, and I've got some drawers, and these envelopes are in the drawers, and I just wanted to sort of like, you know, have them a little bit more to hand by my desk. So can you see? And then I can fit quite a bit in there, but I just like to change around how I sort of like store stuff, just to find a way that I might like a little bit better. But this is easy, and then all I'm going to do, I'm going to just punch holes in there and put the ring through, and it's all done. Very simple, very basic, and quick and easy. So all I'm going to do, I've left it open because I'm going to sew it, and then I'm going to glue it together. Now let's just show you really easy. I'm going to pop these two together because I want a bigger one. I want some bigger pockets. Should I pop them together now? I probably won't. I'll probably make a big mess of that. Let me just get my cutter. So what I'm going to do, pop that in there. If you wanted, if you knew what ephemera you're going to put in your pockets, you can sort of measure it, but mine will probably be moved around and things like that. It's just what I mean. So you can sort of like measure it and know how big your pocket's going to be. But I'm just going to eyeball it and make some pockets. But the first thing I'm going to do, because on these, let me just show you, I've just folded over it, the top, just a little bit, just so it's a little bit stronger. You can see these aren't very straight, but I'm not really worried about that. Can you see where I folded it over there? It's a little bit wibbly wobbly, but it's just a quick, simple, easy one to get rid of some of my envelopes. Where's my little tool? Now what I'm going to do first, I'm going to pop the little bit of tracing paper on there, Now this I've done 3 inches or just under 8 centimeters, and I'm going to take my little ball tool and I'm just going to, little score tool, I'm just going to mark that down first. Then I'm going to move over, I don't know, just sort of like a centimetre, half an inch like that, something like that, and then cut it. And then you can see you've got like that little mark across there, which is easier to do. I found that easier to score it and then cut it, because else if you try and score it when it's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit more difficult. So I'll put that on there like that. So this one is 3 3/4 inches, and then we'll go up to 4 inches, something like that, and do that. And then we've got a little bit to fold over just to sew along. And again, if you don't sew, just glue it down, or you can get a little bit of washi tape. You don't have to fold it over, you could just get a bit of washi tape to fold over the top of it. There's all sorts of different ways you can sort of like do that. Now this pocket's a little bit bigger, so let's just, it doesn't need cutting, we can just score that down like that and fold that down. So yes, while I was away, I think Andy sort of like, he came in and into my room and he said, shall I throw some of your recycling away or some of your packaging away? And I was like, oh no, I will use it. So now I have to start using it, don't I? Because I said that. So, because I like boxes, I like collecting things just in case I need them. So I have to make something with them now. So I thought just make a nice ephemera folder. Oops, and because it's ring bound, these are a little bit smaller, you can add in more. You can always get sort of like a bigger ring binding thing here, clip, or if you wanted to make a smaller one, you could make a smaller one. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be this big. Right, so I've got 3 for this page. I've taken 3 off for one of them. So let me just cut some smaller ones on here, like this. So again, just score down. Don't press too hard because this is quite thin. Now you can add, like I said, you can add book paper. You don't have to have tracing paper. I'll pop a link down to the one that I got from Amazon. It's a nice big pack, and I'm not 100% sure how much it is, but I don't think it would be that much. Oops. There we go. So these are fun. Nice little fun, simple project with, you know, a little bit of recycling. I used to do quite a lot of recycling bits and pieces, but I haven't for ages. So I'm going to have to do this. I think I've got a fly or something caught up in my blinds on the door. I keep trying to find it, but I think it must have got in somewhere. Look at that, that's not very straight at all. And it seems to be stuck. It keeps buzzing, but I can't really find it. I don't think I cut that very straight, but never mind, that's okay. I think the poor little flies got stuck up inside the little bit above the patio door, so I'll have to see if I can get him out later. Find it. Right, so there we go, easy peasy these are. Right, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sew along here, really simple. I will probably speed it up. I'll just show you quickly what I'm doing first. Let me bring my sewing machine in. If you can see, am I in the right place? Yes. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just do a stitch along here. Okay, perfect. Let's just snip that off. Pop that back. Let's cut these apart. Like that. Oops. Okay, so that's really simple. And then what I'm going to do, I'll do these ones in a second. You don't need to see me do that. I'm going to open this out. So I've got the outside of the package on the outside, in the inside. And then these I'm just going to glue down. So let's pop the biggest one at the bottom. Like that. I think that one's just slightly bigger, isn't it? And then I'm going to, on these packaging, they have like a little folding mark here. They've got the folding in the middle, and they've got one just sort of like down here and here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to line the pocket up with that line on there. And then this one, is that the right way around? And then that one at the top like that. Now they overlap, they go over because they're a little bit bigger, but I will cut that off in a minute. So these can go on there. Like so. I'm going to take my glue and just pop a little bit of glue just to hold them in place before I sew them. Now again, if you don't sew, you could stick them on with some washi tape. You can just glue them down and keep them down, what I mean, or you could, you could put some washi tape along here. And along down the side. I'm just going to glue those two for a minute. Oh, actually I could just pop a little bit of glue there just to hold that down. Now again, I'm not doing this precise, if you know what I mean. Not that I do anything sort of precisely. It's a bit messy, but it's only to hold my ephemera in. I'm going to show you how to make the top bit, cover bit in a minute as well, which I have started. So it's so simple to do. There we go. Because I've got lots of ephemeras, lots of stuff that doesn't fit into the envelopes that I've got as well. The bigger bits, which is quite nice to have little pockets to put them in. Put it down. So I mean, it's not even, but it doesn't matter, does it? There we go. Put that down. Perfect. And then while I've sewn around this, I will chop these little end bits off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop these to the side. I'm going to pop that to the side, bring in my sewing machine, show you how I sew this. Can you see that? I think you can. I'm not sure how much I can. I might have to move my sewing machine because I'm not sure whether this will actually fit in. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just sew all the way, right the way down through here to start with. So let's pop that in. Chop that off. Now what I'm going to do, can you see? I don't think, you can't see, you can see like that, but I don't think I've got enough room behind. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sew down there, sew down this one, and sew down this one, and then I'll show you what I've done. Okay, perfect. There we go. Pop that to the side so now you can see a little bit better. my desk isn't big enough to sort of like have the sewing machine too far forward. Okay, so can you see what I mean? And then I'm going to sew this side when I've actually squashed them together. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sew these along here and then actually sew them onto the page, and then I'll show you the next step. So I will be back 2 secs. Okay, so there we go. I've done that side, so I've just sewn those on there. So that's looking really, really nice now. So we've got lots of lovely little pockets. So I haven't sewed it down this side or this side. I've just sewn each one like that. So that's good. Be careful, because when I turned it round, I nearly sewed this bit instead of the bottom. So do be careful. So all I'm going to do now is fold this in half like that. I'm going to cut these little bits off in a minute. Now you can use this as like a little pocket. If you wanted to leave this open, just sew down this side and this end, top and bottom, and leave this open to make another little extra pocket. But I didn't do that because if I put something in there, I will forget that it's in there, because I just wanted it as like an ephemera pocket, or ephemera little pouches. So I'm going to just add just a little bit of glue stick onto here as well, just to stick down the little threads as well. So just a little bit, just to stick those threads so they don't come through. So oops, a little bit. Oh gosh, I got thread. I just have threads everywhere. That can stay inside. That can stay inside because we're not going to see it. So let's just glue that down. Let's just make sure that's glued down nicely. I'm just loving how this is coming out, because it's simple. It's really, really basic. It's just going back to basics again, isn't it? Right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sew just around this bit like that. So really simple. Let's bring our sewing machine back in again. Am I in the right place? I believe so. Let's see. Might have to move it a little bit because there's not much room behind. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I had to move it a little bit because there wasn't enough space behind. Pop that out of the way. So there we go. Super simple, isn't it? Really, really lovely. Now, these little extra bits can just be cut off. So I'm just going to go down through there. I've made them go right to the end because that saves having to just sew your pouches like that. It's less time, a little bit quicker, and because we just want this to pop little bits of ephemera in. Again, if you wanted to make it a little bit more pretty, go ahead, you can add little bits to the background. But now I have 4 of them, and by doing it as a ring binder, it means that you can just keep adding to it. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to add lots, but just make sure they are up the right way. Like I said, if you wanted to pocket, leave this bit open and you can slot some other little bits and pieces inside. But I was just going to leave it like that. So that's our main pages. So we have got 8 little pockets, 2 on each side. So what I'm going to do now, or what I have started, is the cover. Now let me just get one of these. This folder is just a little bit bigger. It's exactly the same. It's the same folder, but just slightly bigger, like that. Can you see? There's just a little edge around this. So what I'm going to do, I have covered that with music paper, and I just think that looks fab, doesn't it? And I'm going to cut it down at the middle because I need to use them separately. But what I want to do, I think I might just cover this front bit as well, or the inside bit. I wasn't quite sure whether I wanted to put pockets and stuff on this side, but I think I'm going to, because it's only going to be one of these. It's still quite thick, but I don't think I'll put pockets on this. So what I'm just going to do is add a few of these. Look, these are just lovely music paper from one of my books. Is this the right way? That's the right way. So I'm just going to pop that down the middle and stick it on. So again, make your cover however you like, or cover it with whatever you've got. Lovely bits of scrap paper. So I'm putting this on, but I'm thinking I might add sort of like a little bit of collage of my ephemera pieces anyway, just to let you know it's like an ephemera book. So let's just stick that so it sort of like goes down the middle. Just super simple, just stick anything on there you like. Do you know what I mean? I've got all these little bits, so you could sort of like just collage these on sort of like different sections, which I might do that actually later on down the line. I just want to show you how to make this sort of like the basic bits. I want a few little torn bits on there to stick on. Okay, perfect. There we go. That's all stuck. So that's pretty simple. It's just doing a little bit of collage. But that's fun, isn't it? So what I need to do now is cut this in half. Oh, I like that. That's lovely, isn't it? Let's cut this way. Just snip it down the middle. It's a shame to snip it down the middle actually, because I do like it as a cover. Right, shall I sew around the outside? I think I might, because then these, doesn't really matter which is the inside, which is the outside, does it? At all. Can you see? So then I'm going to need to make some holes in here, and then it's done. Love it. Right, let's do a quick bit of sewing. Quick speedy sewing. Oops. Oh gosh, I got sticky hands now. But look at the colour of my hands. Okay, let's just see which is the front. I think that will be the front and that's the inside. So let's do it this way. Okay, so I did those. I've sewn around the outside. It was a little bit too, these are a little bit too big to show properly how to sew them, but it's just basic around the outside anyway. So let's have a look. I think that can be the front and that can be the back. So it's going to look like that and open up. Love it, love it. So let's just pop these. Now we need to make some holes. So let's see. Now these aren't actually perfect size fit to each other. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to make it so these go right on the outside like that, don't we? So it's going to be roughly like that. Okay, so let's just make sure it's sized up properly. Now I need a pencil or a pen. Pen will do. A pen will do. Shall we sort of like, do you reckon we should even it up a little bit? So if that's sort of 30, so that's the middle. Shall I do it, should I just do 2? I could just do 2, couldn't I? So we need sort of like 15 and a half, not 15 and a half. So we've got 15 is the middle. So we want 7 and a half, don't we? About there. What's wrong with my pen? So we need to sort of like go in the middle, like that. So what's that from the outside? Just over 8, just under 8. Okay, that's what I'm going by. 2 of them, that will do, won't it? My brilliant maths. Let's pop that over there. Let's have the bigger one. No, let's get that out of the way. So once we've done 1, we can sort of like just pop it through for the other ones. Oops. Okay. That is that one. Now I'm going to just line those up like that. Not that it has to be perfect. Okay, put that one over there. Let's do this one first. Oops. Put that through. Put that through. Pop that one onto there. I'm liking this, I love this. This is really nice. Let's just make a little mark on there. Take that out. Now I'm not sure whether to put a little thingy through there or not. What do you reckon? Now those to the outside, so they can stay there. Let's take one at a time of these, make sure they are up the right way. They're not perfect size together. Do you know what I mean? They're a little bit bigger than each other, but that doesn't matter. Let's do that one. Let's do this one. And this one, there we go. Can you see this one's just is bigger anyway, but I do like them any size. So it doesn't matter, as long as you have one that's sort of like that big. I mean, it will fit in your little folder. So let's just make these holes. Oops. So this is so simple to do, and I'm just so happy that I'm using up my Amazon envelopes so that Andy won't be tempted to get rid of them. I'll make them into something. There we go. Okay, let's do that. Let's hope they're all lined up properly. We shall see. Let's get a couple of these. Sometimes these are quite hard to open, so we need 2 that are open, don't we? Shall I measure these? I'm not quite sure how big these are. Come on, grubby hands. 4 centimeters or 1.5 inches. So let's pop that one there. Which one? Did I have this one at the back? So we need to pop that one in. Let's take these. Nice thing about these, you can just move everything about, can't you? If you don't like where your little things are, you can move them about. Let's pop that one in there. Look how much room we've got to add lots and lots more. Okay. Goes through. That one in, pop. one in, and you go, and then this top one. Go in, there we go, look at that. I could even have probably smaller rings on this. Oh, look at that, that's fabulous, isn't it? I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. So what I might do then is add, yeah, I think I could get away with smaller rings on this, unless I make lots and lots more. Let's put that out of the way. Right, let's see, right. Look at these, let's take some of these out, not that I need all of them. So I've got little ones. Oh, these are the ones that I did with wax on. Not sure whether I did a video on that yet. So look, oh, this is better, isn't it? Let's put those down there. Got some little ones in there, little diddy ones up there. These can go down. Actually, I could have the bigger ones down there, couldn't I? Oh yeah, these have got the wax on. I must make some of those. Do a video. Oh, look at these guys. I'm loving this. And then I can just open it up. Really super simple. Little one at the top. Really super simple to find all your ephemera, because, you know, I like my envelopes. I love my envelopes that I made, but it's nice to have different things, isn't it? Find different ways of using them. They're my bigger ones. Let's pop those in there. Love them. Love, love, love. And then I've got the little itty diddy ones, which can go at the top. Like that. It doesn't matter if it sticks out the top at all. But I haven't used these for ages, and I think when you sort of like flip through things like this, I have made one of these before. You get sort of like ideas on making stuff. I do. Gosh, I didn't realise I had so many. Okay, so you get the gist. You get the gist of this. Let me put these back in here. I will do that. But this one, that's fabulous. I love it. Now, one of them, wherever it is, I think it was this one. I did sort of measure this one, or eyeball it a little bit to put my postcards in. So I've got these little ones. I don't really need to open them all up, but I've got the bigger postcards, which I can get them out, fit them whichever way they like to go in the bottom, like that, which I love these. What I mean, so they can go in the bottom. I've got my little itty diddy ones, which I haven't cut out properly, some of them, and these, look, just go in the top. So if you've got little ephemera that you know is small, you only need like a little diddy one, don't you? I think there was 4 different sizes in these. So we got this size, which I love. Another little itty diddy one, and then we've got this size. I haven't used these blue ones, have I? I've got lots of these. There we go, little diddy. So there we go, guys. I think that has worked out fab, and I love it. Let's just pop those to the side, and I think I will use on another video. I think I will decorate the front of it. Let's pop those in there like that. Oh, love it. Look at that. And we've got so much more room to add more stuff, because I can just see this. I know I haven't made a big one like this before, but I'm loving it, and this is fabulous. I'm glad I didn't put a pocket on there actually, because that can just be the inside bit. Love it. And yes, I will decorate it with some ephemera. Look at these. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay guys, well, that was a nice recycle project. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. But I think I might unless I make some more of these. I might carry on and make a few more of these now, and use up some more of my envelopes, and then make this quite big. And then I will get out all of my bits of ephemera, the bigger bits. I think for my butterflies and things like that, I might make one which has got a smaller one, but I think I'll still make it in a ring binder, but just so it's got smaller little pockets in there, not so long on a smaller one. I think I'll have some separate pockets because I think it will keep the stuff in a little bit better, but we will do that again. I'll do that one another day. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please get out your packaging, do a little bit of recycling, and if you do, please show me. Post it onto our Facebook group, Happiness and Crafting Facebook group. I'll pop all the links down anyway underneath the video. Alright guys, take care, stay safe, have fun crafting, and I will see you soon. Alright guys, bye bye.